just bought this Vangoa guitar last week, and don't get this guitar. If you're if you're a beginner, you've never tried to fix a guitar, do not get this guitar. Because the problems I had with it are fixable, but if you're a beginner, you shouldn't be wasting your time fixing your instrument. You should be maintaining it, making sure it doesn't break, or stuff like that, cosmetics. But yeah, I've never had a guitar with this much fixing needing to be done as soon as it arrives. Never. And the guitar I bought before this, same price, exact same price. Well, less. This one cost me $130. This new guitar cost me $150. This older instrument, right out of the box, was good to go, and no need to adjust the truss rod. I'll get into it. Basically, the issues I had, and you might not have these problems, but you know, this is my review, so I'm gonna tell you what I had to deal with. The first thing I noticed, the frets. Sometimes you get these cheap guitars where the frets are a little bit sharp, kind of sharp, but it's never been that big a deal. You just get one of these nail file, and you basically do that. You file them down. This is the worst I've ever seen it. This is dangerous. I felt like scared to slide my hand. Now I can, because I had to thoroughly file these metal frets down. That's not good, especially if you're buying this for your child. This should never be happening. One reason for that is because it's the winter. So the wood might shrink. It took a week for this thing to get here, so the wood may be shrunk. But again, I've just never seen that. I've had 6 or 7 guitars in the past. I've never seen that. And I've bought only one of my guitars I bought at a store. All the other ones have been delivered. They've taken weeks to get here sometimes. I've never seen this problem that bad, and I wish I had filmed it, because it was all the way coming out. But now it's good and ready to play on. But that was kind of a pain. It's easy fix. You just file them down, but you shouldn't have to do that. The factory should how do you say, have better quality control. But it's a $100 guitar. But still, I have 4 other guitars that were $100 and were not that bad. Second problem, very ominous. As soon as you open the guitar, this Allen wrench is going to be right in your face. I don't know how often the truss rod is misaligned, but this is right there. As soon as you open the guitar, they put a rubber band right up against the damn thing. So again, I've never had this before. I never had a guitar come in where the action is so messed up. But yeah, another easy fix. And these are really the only 2 problems. These 2 problems are basically it. That's wrong with the guitar. Everything else is fine. It sounds fine when you plug it in, and I'll give you an audio example of me playing it. I'll play it through the amplifier, and I'll play it through the mixer later on. But problem number 1, the frets, sharp, easy fix, but they shouldn't be that sharp. I've never seen them that sharp. And second of all, when I first got it, those 2 strings did not play. Basically, you would play them and they would sound like this, because the action was too low. The strings were too low. And the way you fix that, and this might happen with guitars, usually you do it without the strings, but these are brand new strings. I'm not going to take them off. I'm too cheap. You're going to go in here. You're gonna come up in here, the sound hole, right where the neck begins. You're going to put this truss rod in. And because the strings are on, the truss rod, we're going to put it in the long way. Pause. We're going to put it in the long way. You go under. It's kind of awkward for me to do on camera, but yeah, if you put it in the long way, you should be able to turn it. And you keep playing that string until you get it to sound. It's going to sound muted. And then eventually you keep turning it. All the strings sound, and you're able to play without any buzzing. And it's comfortable for your fingers. Some people like the action high, the string, the distance between the neck and the strings high, but I like it right there, very close to the guitar, but not so close that it's making those weird noises on you. So those are the two problems, the frets and the truss rod. But like I said, the frets, you file them down with a nail file, and the truss rod, it comes with an Allen wrench. This comes with the guitar, this file I borrowed from my sister, but they're cheap if you don't have one. So once you do that, the guitar is fine. The tuner they give you comes with a battery, a C battery, one of the circular ones, because the guitar comes with a messed up truss rod. Let me see, okay. There you go. Comes with a C battery. This instrument, because it's Acoustic-Electric, has this volume, the EQ. It takes a 9-volt battery. Right here, one of these. The square joints. So without that, you can't use it with the amplifier or I use it in a mixer. I haven't even tried it with the amplifier, so you guys are gonna hear it, and I'm gonna hear it for the first time through the amplifier. But the other day I did try it with my mixer into the computer, and it sounds decent. But it doesn't. I had to buy those batteries, the 9-volt batteries, and they're way more expensive than the C batteries. So that's annoying. It doesn't even come with one in the damn thing, so that's a pain. But it's not that big a deal. Yeah. So here's how it sounds unplugged. Third problem, okay, so the frets were too sharp, the truss rod was misaligned, and finally, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this thing is ashy. It's very dry, the neck is dry, and the body, just touching it, seems very dusty. And again, that other guitar, I don't know, my first guitar looked very similar to this, and it also cost $100. Was not this ashy, so I don't know what the hell this is made out of. But yeah, another probably an easy fix. If the guitar is dry, is ashy, so to speak, like me in the winter. For guitar, you might need like some kind of lemon oil or something. Probably not the wood cleaner that your mother uses to clean their house, but they have specific oils for guitar, and I'm gonna buy one of those, and I'll show you a before and after, because this thing is super dry, the body especially. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up, but you can feel it's very, I've never felt a guitar, it's matte black of course, but I've had a guitar before, the top was glossy, but the body was the same, the body back here was the same material, but all around, that's no good. It's not that because it's black, it's not that, it might not be noticeable, but feeling it is definitely noticeable. But another easy fix. So this guitar has 3 big problems, but I'm not gonna refund it. You know, it's a decent instrument. The tuners are really good. The tuners are better than that other guitar that I showed you. They're very sturdy, very strong. The other ones I had to tighten them. Like, these are not coming loose. They're very good. I'm not sure if they're locking tuners. I'll figure that out the next time I change the strings, but they seem like locking tuners. But either way, they're still very good. So just those 3 problems. And again, if you're a beginner, you've never tried to fix a guitar, it's not worth it for you to go through stuff like this. Like for me, I've been playing for such a long time, I've had to do this a couple different times, so it's like muscle memory for me. But if you're new, if you're young, you might not have the patience. If you're buying this for your child, they might not be, how do you say, as diligent to be looking online, different kinds of fixes if they've never done it before, you know. So this is $100, $150. If you just save up, if you're new on guitar, you should probably buy a guitar that's between $200 and $600. If you can't afford that, just wait, save up your money. Like this, I needed this to record because it's a lot of background noise. I want to be able to plug into my mixer, plug into the computer. The stuff I've been recording for my students, it always has like an ambulance in the background and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I just desperately need an acoustic electric guitar, like right now. So I just impulse bought this. But yeah, if you can afford it, do not buy this. Especially if you're brand new at guitar. Don't ever buy a guitar less than $200. If you're starting guitar, in my opinion, is a waste of time. You know what I mean? My first guitar was $30 and the neck snapped in half. Okay, because it didn't even have a truss rod and somebody put steel strings on it. So don't do that. And the company's name is Vangoa, which is an Italian word. Who are you fooling? Like you're not fooling anyone with that name. It's like wine in Ireland, in Europe. They have fancy name for wines that are the cheapest. Like they're like a box wine, $30 wine. You're not fooling anyone with that. But yeah, here we go. Gonna transition into the sound check. In the mixer and in the amplifier. All right, here we have the amplifier. Give me a second. Here we have my amplifier / nightstand. It's a Bugera amp, I believe. It's a tube amp, but I'm not sure what model. First acoustic, and then I'm gonna turn up the volume so you can hear it through the amp. No volume, just acoustic. With the amplifier. Get down a bit. Just the guitar. Some volume through the amp. A little bit more. Hold on. Just the instrument first. Some volume through the amp again. it just makes it sound like you're in a bigger room. Just the instrument. With some volume through the amp. Right. Now let's move on to the mixer. It's gonna sound a lot more compressed, but it'll get rid of the background noise at least. Oh, one more thing, forgot to mention. Turn the volume off real quick. Things like this. A song called Siren. Stuff like that is more difficult on acoustic guitar. So something like this, being able to plug into an amp, give yourself some more volume, it'll be easier. So almost effortless. It's almost effortless with the amp. Right, but without the amp, take the volume back down. It's a lot more force you have to put onto the instrument to hammer on and pull off. But again, with the volume, and it's everything. An exercise like that, or it's a famous song. I don't know the name of the song, but songs like that are just easier with an amplifier. Oh, let me test the EQ as well. You can press this button right here. You see that red light? That's checking the battery, making sure it works. So if I take this battery out, let me see. I don't want to shock myself. Yeah, see? So you take the battery out, the guitar won't function through the amplifier. So let's put it back in, and we're good. So, and that's a 9-volt battery through the amplifier. Like I played before with this B minor, it's way easier to do with the amplifier. So without the amplifier, you can barely hear it. Same thing with the A up here. sounds way better through the amplifier. EQ test. Something called press, I don't know what that is. And then treble, middle, bass. Treble. That's the treble all the way down. The treble halfway. And the treble all the way up. Okay. Now let's just do everything all the way up. Middle all the way up. And then the bass all the way up. Whoa. That was about to cause a feedback loop. But yeah, so you can look at it as putting the bass up as in a normal electric guitar. Putting the bass all the way up is like the rhythm pickup. The middle is the middle pickup, and the treble is the bridge pickup. You could look at it that way if you've played electric guitar before. But yeah, and then the volume. So there's 4 things. You have the volume, the bass, middle, treble, and then something called press. I have no idea what that does, but probably in the manual, but I didn't read the manual. So, yeah. And there's no effects. The reverb you heard before is coming through the amplifier. So. That's the amplifier doing that. So, again. Right. And if you don't like the Patriots, by the way, how about that? Here's the mixer we're going to be playing out of. It's a Behringa Xenix Q502. I've had this for a couple years, but it still works amazingly. Here's the Vangoa Acoustic-Electric guitar plugged into the mixer, recording on Audacity. The EQ is all even, all neutral. Harmonics I was mentioning earlier. Right, so actually here's the Vangoa. Okay, no, I'm gonna start over and test the EQ. Here's the treble. Treble all the way down. Treble all the way down. Treble all the way up. Treble all the way up. Back to neutral. Here's the middle. middle all the way up. Put the middle back to neutral. Here's the bass all the way up. Right. So if it was like an electric guitar, this would be the rhythm pickup. The bass all the way up. The middle all the way up would be the middle pickup. Back to neutral. And the treble all the way up would be the bridge pickup. Right. And that's it. You can add gain with an amplifier or an effects pedal. Here on the mixer, I don't think I have a gain. Or if I do, I don't know where it is. But that's it. Let me try Romanza. Make sure. Okay. Sorry. That was the treble all the way up. Now the guitar is back to neutral. Right, let's try that again. With Bury this time. That's how it sounds to the mixer.